32 races down and 2 races left to go as stop number 33 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series takes us to the Valley of the Sun, the desert known as Phoenix, Arizona, and Phoenix International Raceway is where we're at here today. I know it was IOSM, but to me it'll always be Phoenix International Raceway. As today we're here for the running of the Subway 533rd stop in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. First season 30, as the points battle is actually ballooned to 73 points coming into this race here at Phoenix. But we'll see what happens if it balloons or tightens up when we head to the finale at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Excuse me. But first we have to get through this race here at Phoenix for 47 laps of action. Here's the starting lineup. It is number 33, Matt McIntyre, on the pole for today's race here, alongside Jessica Shelton, car number 94. Shelton has won 3 times this season. Matt McIntyre has not yet won this season. You remember last season he didn't win until the final race of the season, so he hopes to not let that happen to him, or worse yet, go winless. But whatever happens, happens. So a lot of times, sometimes I know it's serious. But Matt hoping he'll get his first victory here today. Second row sees number 2, the points leader, Dylan Young. He's alongside Charles Sanford, car number 24, the DuPont Chevrolet. Charles has won once. Dylan's only won twice. His last win, believe it or not, coming at Texas, way back in the 6th race of the season, believe it or not. Third row has Nathan Orman at number 18 and Phil Parker, the winner at Charlotte, number 5. Orman, I should say, won at Dover, the second Dover race this season. Fourth row has Daniel Bouchard, number 31, and number 40, Zach Winkle, the Daytona 500 champion, starting up there in the top 10. Fifth row has Joshua Osborne at number 20, and number 25, that is James Henry in the Budweiser Chevrolet. That car will be number 8 next season, by the way. It'll remain Budweiser and remain on Chevy, but it'll be number 8 next season. Sixth row, we'll see car number 4, that is William Brock, and number 7, Allison Rain. Rain won at Michigan this season, the second Michigan race. Next row down has number 3, Cole Deaver in the GM Gilbert Chevrolet. Cole won at Atlanta in these earlier this season, the first Atlanta stop this season. He'll be along here. And he also won the Pepsi 400 at Daytona. Dylan Potes is alongside him in number 22. Next row down is number 1, Trent Dunham, and 26, Ryan Brommer, coming off that solid finish at Rockingham. Next row down has number 75. That is Jesse Turner. He's alongside number 30. That is Ryan George. Next row down is number 21, Quentin Moore, the 600 winner at Charlotte, and number 10, Paul Minnick. They hadn't skunked him yet this season as well, too. He won at Talladega in the Winston 500. Next row, Levi McIntyre, 2-time winner this season so far. He won a second Richmond race and a second North Wilkesboro race. He's alongside the man who won the first North Wilkesboro race, and he also won Watkins Glen. It's Zach Rogers. Zach almost won the last race at Rockingham, but had to settle for, I think, a 5th place finish in that race. Next row down has number 43, that is Mike Becker, and number 16, Rob Evans, who won that second race at Rockingham. He a surprise winner in that event. Next row down has Keith Batson, 88, and Laura Chung in 98. Next row down has Alex Miller in 15, 2-time winner season so far. He won at New Hampshire and the night race at Martinsville. Next row down is number 90, James Sykes, and number 41, I should say, John Andrews. Next row down to the Brickyard 400 champion, Seth Cole, and another 3-time winner. That's Kyle Matthews in number 42. And Kyle's won a bunch of times here at Phoenix as well, too. So we'll see how he does this season. Next row down is Wes McCoy in 23 and 28, Kat Batson. Next row down has number 37, Dylan Abrahamian, and number 71, Daniel Getrock. Next row down has number 17, that is Roberto Crown Jr. He's alongside Submit Oscon in 36 and starting shotgun. Number 87, Aaron Macklin, and number 81, Muhammad Abdullah. So, 40 cars lined up for racing here today at Phoenix in the Subway 500. We mentioned 73 points over the top 2 drivers of Dylan Young and Kyle Matthews. They are basically the only two drivers at this point going for the championship, heading into the finale in Atlanta. But we got to get through, as we mentioned, 47 laps here today at Phoenix. Here's the command to fire them up.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
That should be ladies and gentlemen, because we have a lady on the outside of the front row. So that said, here's the commands we give the party engines, and the pace car leads the field around for the pace up, and we're going to start the race right after this. Pace car's already ducked off on the pit road. 21 drivers so far won a race this season, but Matt McIntyre's not one of them. Can he be number 22 today, or will somebody else take it? We'll find out in 47 laps here today, but plus also must not mention we'll talk about the championship battle throughout this race. Green flag is about to fly here, and the Subway 500 is underway here at Phoenix, the 33rd out of the 34 races of the season of the Castrol GTX Cup Series. Matt McIntyre gets a good start on Jessica Shelton as he heads into turn number 1 for the first time. Dylan Young moves inside of Shelton for the number 2 position. And crash already on the front stretch, on the back stretch here. Alex Miller turned around to the 15 car. He is spun. And right in front of the entire building. See if anybody else got some damage on their machines. As they slow down for the yellow flag here. I see several cars are clean right there from what I've seen. And I don't think Alex Miller got much damage on his machine, too, in the number 15 Quality Care Ford. They came off turn number 2 here. Alex Miller got turned around by Laura Chung. James Sykes gets the wall in the number 90 machine. There's, I should say, Chung's really bulldozing Miller right in front of Zachary Fitzwater. I thought Fitzwater was going to come back and just center punch the back of Miller's car, but but lucky for Alex it didn't, though. The back end's messed up in the number 15 Thunderbird of his. Not much, though, however, so he may still make a go of it as the race goes on, but he's unfortunately back to last position, 40th on the order. Alex coming in this race, I believe, 26th in the standings. He's won twice this season so far, and 2 pole positions. He's really had a solid season, though. He's had 6 top 5s and 9 top 10s, which would usually put him right up there in the points up in the top 15 usually. But in races he doesn't run well, he's usually crashed out, or something has gone awry with that number 15 machine. So there's really no middle ground for Alex Miller some ways. He hopes to have a better season next season, of course, if he comes back for season 31. Pace car off on the pit road here as Matt McIntyre leads him down. Dylan Young is second. Third is Jessica Shelton. Nathan Foreman is in fourth. Joshua Osborne running fifth position. Sixth position is Daniel Bouchard. Seventh is Charles Samper. Eighth is William Brock. Ninth right now is Phil Parker. And 10th is Zach Winkle. As the green flag flies, we're back underway. Lap number 6 here at Phoenix. Through turns 1 and 2 they come. Dylan Young take the lead away from Alex Miller, or I should say from Matt McIntyre as they go into turn number 1 now. Or turn number 3 as they come off turn number 4. Young led that lap just barely over over McIntyre. So Matt McIntyre's got 5 bonus points, as does Dylan Young, and that's going to stretch his lead on the championship for the time being. But here comes Jessica Shelton, number 94, the McDonald's Ford. Jess coming into this race, 6th in the standings coming in here, and has not far away from the top 5 in the points here as well too. She moves into second position now, moving Matt McIntyre down to 3rd spot. 4th is now Daniel Bouchard. 5th is William Brock. And a big scramble right there, back there. Charles Samper going backwards in a 24 machine. And meantime, Allison Rain trying to shove her way up through the field here. Gets by both Zach Winkle and Trent Dunham. Jesse Turner right there, the winner of the second Talladega race this season, that wins the Die Hard 500 and a wild finish to that event. The number 75 Remington Arms Ford. Jesse Turner hopes for a better run next season than whichever ride he chooses to get. Cole Deaver in the 3 car back there. You'll see him back in that number 3 machine next season in the Dale Earnhardt colors. Deaver came in this race third in the points standings, by the way. He's 188 points back, so his shot at a second straight championship has pretty much gone out the window, but he can still try to salvage what he can this season. And whoa, Quentin Moore almost lost it coming off turn number 2. Goes inside of Ryan George for position, right there behind him. Cat Batson and Zach Rogers. That mix as well too. Kyle Matthews, and look at him way down the apron on the track there on the back stretch, or front stretch I should say now. And off turn number 2 they come here. Ryan George gets way high. Meantime, Kyle Matthews, though, trying to work his way up to the field here. Matthews gets past Ryan George, but now Aaron Macklin goes down the left side of the Burger King Chevrolet. Matthews has struggled the last several races, though, adding on since his struggle he had at North Wilkesboro in the Holly Farms Run. And oh my God, they're 4 wide down the backstretch. Oh, this is not going to end well here at Phoenix. Ugh. Becker did the wise thing and backed off and made it and got down to 3 wide now, but still pretty hairy up there in this pack. Mike Becker moves inside, but nope. Here comes John Andrews. He gets past all 3 of those cars, maybe even 2 more here. Look at Andrews in that 41 car go. John Andrews showed some horsepower in the hood of that Kodiak Chevrolet. He was 27th the last time. He's up to now 23rd in the order. So make that 22nd now as he gets past Cat Batson in the 28 car. So you got quite a battle going on back there for about middle of the pack of the cars. But meantime, we got a battle for the lead shaping up here. Dylan Young in the number 2 car, and you're riding on board with her, Jessica Shelton. Move inside, outside for the number 1 spot here. Pull through the back of Dylan Young's back bumper. Dana Bouchard at the 3rd position. William Brock running 4th in car number 4. Kodak Film Chevy. Osborne in 5th. Matt McIntyre back to 6th, and now make that 7th now as James Henry goes by in the 25 car. Here comes Ryan Brommer up to 8th position now, and whoa, he's about got to the back of Henry's car. Trying to take that green Quaker State Ford up to the top, up through the field. Through turns number 1 and 2 they go. Brommer gets by Matt McIntyre for position. That's for 7th place. But Matt's up on the back bumper of that 26 machine. Matt McIntyre, let's remember, was the pulsar for the event. Here at Phoenix, James Henry by the way up to 6th. As Dylan Young continues to stretch his lead what he can of Shelton as they come through turn number 2. Rest of the top 10, Dylan Potey, I should say, is 9th, and Nathan Orman is 10th. Jesse Turner's 11th. 12th is lead by McIntyre. Bill Parker 13th. Charles Samper is 14th in car number 24. Trent Dunham 15th, Allison Rain 16th, 17th is Zach Rogers, 18th is Rob Evans, 19th is Quentin Moore, and Cole Deaver runs 20th. Heading in through turns number 3 and 4 now, Trent Dunham trying to get around Charles Sanford for positions to come off turn number 4. Battle for 14th on your screen right there. As they try to close up on 13th place, Phil Parker. And Jessica Shelton going backwards just a little bit. There is Daniel Bouchard and William Brock there, both getting by Jess as they come off turn number 4. And Shelton had a run right there on the back of Brock's car and kind of backed off a little bit going through the area. Oh, and Osborne into the wall through turns number 1 and 2. Pancake the passenger side of the number 20 Home Depot Pontiac. That dropped him back to 7th as both James Henry and Ryan Brommer both go by. Now Matt McIntyre in the 33 car goes by him. Here comes Orman in 18. Here comes Pote trying to close up on him in number 20. 22, I should say, what Pote's driving. This time by will complete the halfway mark of this race. There will be 24 laps in the books and 23 remaining here at Phoenix. One caution break so far has slowed this race down to an average speed of 116.344 miles per hour. 40 cars remain in the race here today. All 40 cars remain, I should say, in this race here. But 39 of them on the lead lap. Seth Cole has made an unscheduled pit stop and dropped him back to 40. Dropped him back to 40th position. Meantime, battle for third happening here between William Brock and Daniel Bouchard. The 31 and the 4 cars going at it. Jessica Shelton trying to throw her hat in the ring in that battle. And trying to close up to the back of the 2 car of Dylan Young as we close up now as we're about to close up on 20 laps remaining here at Phoenix. On several cars there, got a little using a little bit of track right there. Trent Dunham trying to push Phil Parker past the 22 of Dylan Pote. Parker running 9th, Pote in 10th, and actually made that Dunham in 10th, Pote in 12th and 11th. Levi McIntyre running in 12th position right now as they come off turn number 4. Allison Rain right behind him. Charles Sanford in the 24 car running in 14th position. Zach Rogers 15th. Jesse Turner though not giving up, and here comes Cole Deaver down the left side of the number 3 car to Goodrich Chevrolet. Off the 4th turn they come here, side by side, a couple of rows deep here. Back to leaders, William Brock just now took 2nd position away. Jessica Shelton now trying to take 3rd spot away from Daniel Bouchard. James Henry up to 5th position in the 25 car, the Budweiser Chevrolet. James Henry's been a bit of a surprise his second half of the season here, as they in the last race of the season, and tough under the stretch drive of this season, I should say. James Henry is currently right now sitting 27th in the points, but he's had 1 top 5 and 4 top 10s, and all of those coming in, I should mention all of those coming in the last half of the season. So I imagine James Henry's probably got to be wondering, what if I run like this all through this season? So I say whatever ride he's going to go to next season, possibly if he does pick a ride next season, if he goes there, then I'm sure he's going to pass on or trying to carry that momentum into next season and make a serious run at it. So James Henry really coming on in his last few races of the season at 25 machine. He runs fifth along with Bouchard in fourth, as we mentioned, Shelton in third. But William Brock closing up on Dylan Young for that number 1 position, though, as we complete lap number 32. We're down to 15 to go. Ford in first, Chevy second, Ford in third, Chevy's fourth and fifth. Then you got another Chevy in sixth, Pontiac in seventh with Nathan Ormond, and Ford in eighth, and Chevy's ninth and 10th. Through the third and fourth turns, through turns number 1 and 2 they go. James Henry takes another spot away. That is fourth position he just took away from Dana Bouchard. In the meantime, Jessica Shelton tries to close up on that front 2 car. She's close up the back of William Brock now, the number 4 car. Riding with Shelton in third. Speed 162 miles an hour in turn number 1, turn number 3. Takes the throttle back up 130 miles an hour off turn number 4. The last lap he's over 146 miles an hour. He's right now the fast lap of the race is being held by Laura Chung at 148.962. Shelton in fact has the 6th fastest lap of the race so far. And whoa! Shelton comes up to the back for that number 4 car. She's up to the back bumper. For second place, we see right there between the 4 and the 94. 10 to go, just time by. It's 11 to go right now. Lou Shelton went up to the high side, trying to get a run there, come off turn number 4. That's going to cost her some time there as Brock now tries to close back up on the back of Dylan Young's machine for the number 1 position. Chevy sandwiched in between 2 Fords. 10 laps to go here at Phoenix, and now Daniel Bouchard trying to get by James Henry, but that's not going to happen on the outside of the track here. But he tries to get on the outside of that number 25 machine. But in the meantime, Matt McIntyre and Ryan Brommer try to get in there, the 33 and 26 machines. Nathan Ormond and Trent Dunham joining in on this battle as well too. The 18 and the 1 cars. Into turn number 1 they go here. Matt McIntyre trying to close up on James Henry. That's for 4th position there right there. Brommer's in 6th. 7th position is Ormond. Dunham in 8th, and Bouchard now down to 9th. Back to this battle for the win here. Dylan Young and William Brock. It's down to those 2 right now. Something happens to those front 2 cars. Jessica Shelton is running 3rd. In case something happens to these front 2. Brock maybe to the low side of the track here. He's got to run on Dylan Young in the turn number 1. He moves Dylan up the track through turns number 1 and 2 as they come off the 4th turn now. And Brock by just a bumper lap over Dylan Young. Jessica Shelton trying to close up right there. She moves to the inside of Brock coming off turn number 4. Or turn number 2, I should say. And she's got to run on Brock just like he did on Dylan Young. And it's going to be Shelton going to the lead, I think. Yes, it is. But William Brock is not giving up. Dylan Young's not giving up there. Three-way battle for the lead. Maybe for the win here at Phoenix. Young come off turn number 2. Just about moves Shelton off the track. Minus time by. Completes at number 43. We're down to 4 to go. And the yellow flag looks like it's flown, looks like. Yes, it has, for the second time today. And it's Charles Sanford in 24 and Cole Deaver in the 3 that has crashed. Rob Evans, 16 car, the winner at Rockingham, and the AC Delco 200, or 400, I should say. I think he might have been the primary cause of this caution. Yeah, was that ever a caution? Trent Dunham went way up the track and off turn number 4 here. Got Ryan to Levi McIntyre. Allison Rain and Zach Rogers did a good job missing that crash, and Rob Evans just turns right into behind Dunham and just center punches the back of his car. Charles Stanford gets involved. Phil Parker, Ryan George, Cole Deaver, Roberto Crown Jr., Jesse Turner, Mike Becker. Better question is who didn't crash now? And I see number 2 in the points, Kyle Matthews crashed. That may have just ended his shot for the championship right there. Keith Batson also involved. Zachary Fitzwater, John Andrews. I saw Seth Cole and Kat Batson get into it. Yeah, there's Batson, number 88 there. Wes McCoy was also involved. James Sykes was also involved. A big crash here at Phoenix with, I think this is coming to the completion of lap number 43. Kyle Matthews is running 28th when this all happened. Let's take a ride with Kyle. This may have been the sound of his championship going out the window right there. Looked like he's going to come away from that crash unscathed, and then suddenly the back end of his car instead of right in the front of somebody else. And yes, Matthews is unfortunately out of the race, so that's going to put him. And oh my God, look at the attrition list. Attrition list is just as follows. Here, Alex Miller out of the race. Foul problem on his machine. He's going to finish 40th. Seth Cole's going to finish 39th. 38th will go to Rob Evans. 37th to Zachary Fitzwater. 36th, Trent Dunham. 35th, Kat Batson. 34th, Cole Deaver. 33rd, John Andrews. 32nd will go to Mike Becker. 31st will go to Ryan George. 30th to Wes McCoy. 29th to Keith Batson. 28th will go to Zach Winkle. 27th to James Sykes. 26th to Roberto Crown Jr. 25th to James, or not James Henry, but Jesse Turner in 25th. That's a white flag has waved over the race here. Phoenix. The race is going to end under caution. 24th will go to Kyle Matthews, number 2 in the points coming in this race, and I think that may have just been the dagger possibly for the championship here heading into Atlanta, but I'm not sure. Actually, we'll see the points coming into this race, but considering it looks like Dylan Young's going to finish 2nd in this race, that may have just, yeah, that may have just been the clincher right there, possibly. 23rd will go to Quentin Moore. 22nd will go to Charles Sanford. Those are all the cars out of the race. So all in all, 19 cars out here at Phoenix, and 21 of them is going to finish this race, and all of them on the lead lap. So, for 2 caution flags, so that was certainly a whole heck of a lot of cars that fell out of this race due to crashes. But the one driver that was that got in front at the right time is going to get her 4th win of the season. And of course, we're talking about the queen herself, Jessica Shelton, will win the Subway 500 here at Phoenix. There's the checkered flag. The McDonald's Ford goes to victory lane once again as she becomes the first to win 4 races this season. Dylan Young's going to finish second. And I think we'll see what the points are going to look like coming into Atlanta. It may not have been a clincher though. He was 73 points ahead of Matthews coming into this race. So we'll see. Like I said, William Brock with a solid day finishes third in the number 4 car. James Henry comes home 4th. 5th will go to Nathan Orman as frustrated Aaron Macklin goes by. Nathan Orman finishes 5th. 6th will go to Ryan Brommer. Solid day for that Quaker State team, the 26th car. Matt McIntyre, the pole sitter, finishes 7th. 8th will go to Daniel Bouchard. 9th to Dylan Pote. And 10th will go to Levi McIntyre. So 33 races are down and 1 race remains. The Napa Auto Parts 500 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Oh, what a race that's going to be. What a weekend it's going to be, especially for the Mellow Yellow Racing Series Championship, where it's 19 points over for the top 3 cars. Quite a contrast to this series, I guess you might say, too. But the parity is there, though, in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. I will definitely say that. 11th place on down to the last finisher in 20th. Or 21st, I should say. Zach Rogers comes home in 11th. Allison Rain 12th. 13th will go to Joshua Osborne. Laura Chung 14th. Phil Parker 15th. Then Paul Minnick 16th. 17th, Samant Ozcon. 18th, Muhammad Abdullah. 19th, Daniel Gatrock. And 20th, Dylan Abrahamian. 21st will go to Aaron Macklin. And we gave you 22nd of last already, so there you have it with that. So, 21 cars finished, we mentioned, and all of them finished on the lead lap. But congratulations once again to Jessica Shelton, the winner of the Subway 500. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got in our races, we got gaming videos, we got in our online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires to have for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series, the main series on his channel. And if you want in on his series for the next season, then get with Seth and he'll get you going. And also be sure to check out our other 2 series that does NNSCRA offline races. Those channels being X8675309858X, the points leader, which happens to be our points leader in this series, Dylan Young. He's the man that does the NNSCRA Spectrum Bubble Cup Series. And also check out Thrashmaniac99's channel. That's the man who does the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series. So be sure to check those 2 channels out for some cool stuff. And along with this channel, we got some cool stuff on the NNSCRA channel as well too. So give our channel a sub as well too. So that will do it here today at Phoenix. And for now, this is James Qualls, the production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 10 years of offline racing at its best. We'll see you for Championship Weekend at Atlanta Motor Speedway.